Hello everybody, welcome back to another Dummies vs Noobs video. So this video is going to be focused on the bosses inside of Dummies vs Noobs. The bosses are a big part of the game which appear every 3 waves. Most of them are very difficult, so that's why I'm making a video about it, and I'm going to overview them and, well, just explain to you on how they work, some tips for them, and, you know, just how to generally survive. So recently there has been an update, well, not that recently, but recently-ish, there has been an update called the 1.8 update that added a lot of stuff to the game. So that included bosses, new bosses. So the bosses won't be replaced, so we will still have the original bosses from earlier in the game. It randomizes between those 2 bosses, so if you really like some of the older bosses, don't worry, you'll still see them. So our first boss is called the Daedalus. The Daedalus comes in the appearance of a person with a or a noob with a helmet, like a mining helmet, I'm pretty sure, a pickaxe, and what seems to be a backpack. He runs around and has a very, very high walk speed. So when you're running away from him, you should probably hold something that's not that heavy, like maybe a knife if your kit has it, or use the jetpack or the exoskeleton in the scout kit. So exoskeleton for me really helps because the exoskeleton has a really good skill of just getting away. As you can see right there, I'm just jumping up and down and, you know, running as fast as I possibly can. The Daedalus has an ability to dig down into the ground and to appear right next to people and just chase them away, and try and stab them with his pickaxe. Now, the pickaxe does, like, I'm pretty sure it does more than half your health, so I think it's a 2-shot. To hit to kill a person. Once again, the Daedalus is very fast, so he's not that easy to run away from. You should stay in large groups of people because you don't want the Daedalus to be targeting you. Now, usually I would say to people to stay like far away from bosses because most of the bosses have a gun, and that you should hide behind walls and, you know, kind of stay as far as possibly as much as possible. But the Daedalus is not like that. Since the Daedalus can teleport, then he's just going to appear to you, and you can't really hide behind walls since he doesn't have a gun. So that's not going to be doing much help. You should stay quite far away because you don't want him targeting you instead of the person that he tried to target to. So you want to stay in large groups of people so you can do as much damage as possible, and to stay far-ish away from him and just continue shooting him. Other bosses usually have like a difficult way of killing them, like a little catch, but Daedalus doesn't really. You just have to shoot him. That's it. If he wasn't that fast, it would be way easier, and people would get over with him quite easily. Now, you will have to have a cooperative team that knows what they're doing. Otherwise, they're just going to all die, and you're probably gonna lose. The more people die, the more deadlier the Daedalus is, because there's a higher chance of him teleporting to you. So, the Daedalus overall is a fast-moving, high-ish health boss, which is very annoying at times, and it can be very buggering and make you lose at wave 3. So, just overall advice: stay far away, shoot him, kill him, get over with it quickly, stay in large groups of people, stay quite far away from him. That's it. Now moving on to our second boss, which appears in wave 3. That boss is called Tempest. Tempest is randomized with Daedalus, So there's a chance that you might get Daedalus or Tempest. Personally, for me, Tempest is more dangerous because he has a gun. Tempest is fast moving. You can see like he's kind of running around, but not as fast as Daedalus. So he isn't that big of a problem of running away from. Now, this is one of the bosses which I would recommend people to stay behind walls and stay as far as possible, which I don't think I did here. So the Tempest has a laser gun which shoots arcs of electricity, and these arcs of electricity can shoot quite fast from his gun, and that means that they will kill you quite quickly. They do a lot of damage, so stay as far as possible. As you can see, that guy right there just died instantly from Tempest. Tempest has nearly exactly the same health, or exactly the same health as Daedalus, and doesn't have any special way to kill him. So you should just kill him with your normal pistols. There's no like special gun. He has no strange armor that you need a different weapon to use, or etc. So pull out your pistol. Stay as far away from other people as possible. Well, because he doesn't teleport, so you should stay as far away as from him and other people, because he's probably going to get attracted to more people that are closer to him. Now, what you want to do is you want to get rid of him as fast as you can, like all other bosses, because he is quite a difficult boss to, get through, and is quite annoying. So, he comes in the appearance of a person with a noob with a backpack that has an electrical arc in it and a electric gun. So, my overall tips for Tempest would be to stay far away from groups, which you would get attracted to. Stay far away from him, hide behind walls, and shoot him gradually, and don't, rush it. Now that we've gotten through the Wave 3 bosses, the Daedalus and the Tempest, I will now move on to the Wave 6 bosses. The Wave 6 bosses, which are the Fusilier and Prometheus, both rotate around like every other boss. They're randomized, so you might either get Prometheus or Fusilier. So the first boss that we will be looking at is the original, the Fusilier. So the Fusilier is a very slow-moving, super high-health boss. So he has a grenade launcher, and his grenades are faulty. So what you have to do is you have to pick up his faulty grenades, which have a 3-second timer of exploding on the floor, and then throw it back at him to do damage. I'm pretty sure there used to be a glitch, I don't know if it's still there, that you could damage him with your guns, or I don't know if that's part of the game or not, but yeah, I don't know if you can damage him with your guns or not. I'm pretty sure you can, but you might not be able to. But the main point is that you pick up his grenades and throw it at him. Since he has like 20,000-ish health, that means that guns won't do much. He comes in the appearance of just a noob with a like a helmet and and a grenade launcher. That's pretty much it for him. One of his weaknesses would be crowds. So stay in a crowd, definitely, because usually he doesn't know who to shoot at. He'll just randomly shoot at one person inside of the crowd who's closest to them. I'm pretty sure there still is a glitch where he only has like 1,600-ish health. I don't know if that's still a thing, but it's kind of funny when that happens. Yeah. That's the glitch. So my tips for him would be to stay as far away as you can, and definitely not to melee him, because, well, he has a melee and he insta-kills you if you come too close to him. Definitely hide behind walls so you don't get blasted with grenades, and also, I forgot to mention this, if the grenades hit you straight on, I'm pretty sure they instantly explode without that timer, so you're dead. Stay in groups. Pick up his grenade shells. If it's too far away, don't grab it, and just survive. Throw the grenade shells back at him. Get rid of the health slowly, no rush, and eventually kill him. And that's it for the Fusilier. Now moving on to our second boss, which appears in wave 6. It's called Prometheus. Prometheus comes in the appearance of a noob with a flamethrower, and he flamethrowers people. Exactly what a flamethrower would do. So at close range, he will blast you with his flamethrower because it's a flamethrower, and just do like a burning thing while you're close to him. And at further ranges, he will shoot fireballs at you. Fireballs land on the ground and work a bit like a Molotov, if you know what a Molotov is. So basically what it does, it lands on the ground and causes a giant circle of orange, and that has fire on it, and if you stay in that circle of fire, then you'll get continuously damaged, and it does quite a bit of damage, so try and get out of there as much as possible. You should do what I do, get somebody with a medical bow, or find a medic to, medical bow the people that are facing them. So stay out of the fire areas. I didn't notice that it was on top of me, and we were in close space, so I couldn't get out there. Yeah, stay away from the fireballs and stay in large groups to, get rid of him as fast as you can. There are 2 tanks on the back of his back, and you have to shoot those. I'm pretty sure they explode and cause him a lot of damage. Now these tanks, these look like gas tanks, do a lot of damage, so maybe you should have like somebody lead them away, and that Prometheus can face them, and people from behind can shoot the tanks which do that. So overall, stay far away from Prometheus, stay in large groups to get rid of the tank, lead somebody away, get a medical bow, heal people, stay out of the circles of fire, don't stay in a close space like I did, and don't go close to him. That is it for Prometheus. Now that we have finished the Wave 6 bosses, we will now move on to the Wave 9 bosses. So, I'm pretty sure there are still 3 bosses. I'm pretty sure Achilles is still there, even though I haven't seen him, but I think he is still there. So we have Achilles, Trident, and Sparta. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think Achilles is still there, so I'm just gonna go with that, and I'm just going to overview Achilles anyway. So now talking about Achilles, Achilles is going to be our first Wave 9 boss. Achilles is the original Wave 9 boss, and of course, in my opinion, the hardest boss in the game. Used to be. So, Achilles, Achilles has quite a low health, but I'll get to that soon on why that's not that big of a problem for him. And he has quite, he's fast, but I wouldn't say as fast as some other bosses. He isn't slow, I would say he's in the middle. Okay, now moving on to what Achilles can do. It gets quite interesting and very complicated with hiding and running around. If you saw that guy in the top right corner, he just lost so much health. So people instantly die, so you definitely do not want to get close to Achilles because Achilles has a sniper rifle. This sniper rifle, I'm pretty sure, one-shots, meaning that if he gets a lock onto you with his laser, and it stays onto you for like 3, 5, I don't know how much time you have, some time, then he shoots and then you're dead. There's no getting out of that. Achilles is very hard to kill, not because he has armor, not because he has high health, but because he has a red shield that appears most of the time. Usually it's supposed to alternate evenly, but at the time that I was recording this, it was most of the time shield, shield, shield. When he's aiming, there is a scope glare from his scope, so that's when you know that he is aiming at you, and there's of course a laser. Now, Achilles, as you can see, his shield only appears, I'm pretty sure, when he's like firing or lasering, and he only has like 900-ish health, I'm pretty sure, depending on the amount of people in the server, or 500 as it is here. There's no special weapons to kill him, just use your guns. It just takes a while, and it takes a lot of hiding and, you know, running away. So stay closer to him than other bosses would be, but stay behind walls. It doesn't really matter if you, I don't think it really matters if you stay in groups or not. I think you can stay in groups or not because I mean, he locks onto anybody who's close to him, so hide behind walls if he locks onto him, you know, take your time, don't rush it. So, well, overall, Achilles is difficult to kill, very difficult to kill. There's a lot of damage, and in my opinion, used to be the hardest boss, and is still on like the top 2 hardest bosses inside of the game. So, yeah, don't rush it. Just hide behind walls, alternate it, get health down gradually, and that's it for Achilles. Now moving on to our second Wave 9 boss, and once again this second Wave 9 boss appears in Wave 9, and this boss isn't really that difficult, but it's kind of in the middle. Other people might find him really difficult to kill, and the name of that boss is Sparta. Now, Sparta, his name might give something away. So what he does, he has 2 abilities, I'm pretty sure. Now, he has a gun. Yeah, like most other bosses, he has a gun, and he will shoot people that come in range of his gun. Now, these guns aren't like these one-shot, really high damage guns. They're just really high firing. Now, Sparta has similar, not exactly the same health to Daedalus. He has similar health. If you have a good server that knows how to deal with him, then you're probably gonna get over with him quickly. Now, Sparta has a rushing thing. He has like a knife, I'm pretty sure, and he like rushes up to people and kind of stabs them, like, you know, like Sparta, you know, kind of. It doesn't make that sound, but you get the point. So he's kind of like a cloaker. You shouldn't stay far. You shouldn't stay, I mean close, yeah, you shouldn't stay close to him. You should definitely stay far away as possible and try and shoot him from a distance, because if you are medium range, he will shoot you with his gun, and if you are close range, then he will stab you with his knife. So, or sword, I don't know. Just keep in mind there are still such thing as enemies, which you have to keep an eye out for. This is just tips for the bosses. So now, Sparta. Sparta is, Sparta. There's not much more to talk about Sparta, except for his appearance. He comes in the appearance of a guy with a helmet, with a glowing knife and a gun. That's pretty much it. So overall, stay far away. Stay far away, shoot him, get over with him quickly like every other boss in the game, because all of the bosses in this game are quite tedious to get through. Maybe don't stay in groups. That might not be a good idea. I would stay like further away and stay scattered around him, that he wouldn't, you know, target like everybody and like slowly grind down everybody's health. So in the end, just shoot him, get him over with, stay far away from him, and well, that's pretty much it for Sparta. Okay. Now we're moving on to the one, the only, the best, the most deadly, the new, the Trident. The Trident, or Trident, is one of the hardest boss in my list, or in my opinion. Now, Trident is difficult. Trident is really difficult to get through. I had to cut this a bit short. I had to kind of, move a bit back because I had such short footage of Trident because he's so difficult to get through that we all just died. Now, Trident is the most difficult boss, and for a reason. He doesn't have that high health. He has about 1,000 health, kind of similar to Daedalus health. I mean, usually all of the bosses that you try and shoot with guns are, near Daedalus health. So I guess 1,000 health, and yes. So now Trident has an ability, which you will see a bit later, which is to grapple people with his grapple gun, and then stab them, instantly killing them. Now, I'm quite unsure on how to get out of the grapple. I'm pretty sure you just have to avoid the grapple. So, people in the comments, please tell me. Please tell me if there's any way to get out of his grapple, because I've never been grappled by him. Now, what he does, he grapples you, pulls you in, stabs you, that's it. He's fast, he's deadly, he's annoying, he's the Trident. He is the worst of the worst. Now, Trident looks like a guy with a helmet and a grapple gun. He grapples you with a line and then slowly reels you towards him, giving you a clear view of your killer. Now, Trident, yeah. So, I mean, shoot him with your guns, I guess. Shoot him with your guns. Stay far away. I don't have much information about him. I'm sorry if you guys know more about that. So just tell me if you can. Now, my tips from my view would be to hide behind walls. Hide behind walls. Barely even peek out. Take your time. Just take your time for every single boss that you have in the game. It's difficult. Yep. It's quite hard to get through. Now, Trident, yeah, overall, Trident is it's a bit short for Trident, but overall, Trident is a difficult boss, very difficult boss. He's just him. He's deadly, he's annoying, he's big, he's scary, he does special abilities which are hard to get through, and etc. You're gonna need a very cooperative and good team. Now, that is pretty much it for Trident, so like I said, stay far away. It also might be a bit hard on a more closer map like this one, where there are a lot of infantry that you have to deal with. I don't know if you have to deal with them, and I also forgot to mention that he does have a little shield that he activates at times. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Trident.
It wasn't that much.
I'm sorry, I forgot to mention something in the beginning, or for the first boss that I mentioned here. It's about Daedalus. I forgot to say that he has an ability to throw rocks at people that makes them ragdoll, sit on the floor, and then they'll be prevented to run around, which makes Daedalus more Daedalus-ish, deadly, annoying, and more like Daedalus. Now, with all of that said, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!